Hello everyone, Switch Double here. I decided to do a video about Vinyl and Octavia. This was actually an idea from my girlfriend who had asked me if I could do this. So I said yes. And the video is about, will Octavia and Vinyl get married? Ever since the oldest among the oldest couples, or at least the oldest shippings in the show, Lyra and Sweetie Drops, aka Bon Bon, proposed to each other at season 9 and later got married in season 9. And among those other supposed shippings is Vinyl and Octavia. Many fans had been speculated that they are in fact had been dating all along, but no one has ever confirmed it, ever since they live in the same house, and that half of the house is decorated for Vinyl's taste of music and one other half for Octavia. But it said that the other thing is though, for Sweetie Drops and Lyra, they live in the same house. So why would that not doesn't have to mean that if Vinyl and Octavia would do the same thing? Well, the thing is though, it is a strong possibility that they have been dating all along, but never been showed it, because we haven't seen them much together in the entire show's history, except for one particular episode, Slice of Life. But that is the only basic episode we have about them both together in their house. But otherwise, we have only seen Vinyl in a few occasions from several episodes where only herself, and maybe a few episodes when seen Octavia by herself. So many have been wondered, can they have been dating all along ever since perhaps in season 1 and up to season 9? Well, honestly, that is a very strong possibility. If we had to say, like, compare with Lyra and Sweetie Drops, they live together, and they use at even the episode Slice of Life, they call each other as best friends. But later in season 9, when they actually proposed to each other and even got married. So why not many were thought, what about Octavia and Vinyl? Would they do the same thing since they live together? Well, I don't know about that though, but strongly it's a strong possibility that it could happen. Because no matter how many discussions, arguments in which the fandom and about them, I mean, even perhaps in season 1 or perhaps since season 9 or 2 started, perhaps many would perhaps after season 1 had just started and half of the series that season had just gone past, many fans started doing some shippings already about with them, even when they're not even shown them any much together. We didn't even know if they were even friends or if they just was acquaintances that they only know each other but never as true friends. But later on, back in Slice of Life, when we saw that they actually lived together, and even on MLP Wikia, they're even there. It mentioned they live together. So why would that means they are not have been together all along? Even there were many considered that they are just true friends, they're just roommates. In that case, maybe yes, but even there aren't any many signs of where they are in fact like dating or something. Sorry. I mean, we haven't basically even haven't seen much about them together as any any other episodes before or after since. We haven't seen them doing any interactions like playing music or practice with each other. Never. So many fans may have thought maybe, what about they have been dating off screen? That is a possibility. But in many of the, what the within a brownie fandom, might some fans might have said, no, they're not dating. They're just true friends or just roommates. Sure, you can be living with your friend, best friend, at the same place, but even though they necessarily have to be that they are dating, but in fact, there might be a chance that they are in fact been dating all along. But even we haven't get much as a confirmed source from either Hasbro or any other places. I mean, even if they were seen together, perhaps in the comics, but there might be some fans consider the comics aren't even canon; they are some sort of non-canon. Even there, even though there might be fans who saying no, no, they're just roommates, best friends. So even if Vinyl herself, but if they were dating, how would Vinyl propose to Octavia? Well, perhaps she takes her to the park, they have a great conversation, and even Vinyl might feel nervous, scared about the same boat, same time, how to do this, and she just do it. Even we haven't heard Vinyl talk in the show. Because even in Slice of Life, when we saw them practice, only Octavia was the only one who talked. Not even before or after season 9, or perhaps even before then, nothing. Even we have seen Vinyl in special occasions like during the Cantlot wedding, but she didn't even talk then. She just played music. Much of these things was with the fandom saying, how can they be dating when they haven't even seen music styles or any interest in music? Well, that is the thing about relationship. It doesn't have to be that you have to be have so much things in common. Even with Octavia, she preferred classical music, while Vinyl preferred more hip hop and pop music. And even they don't perhaps even doesn't like the same type of music, but they respect each other's music styles and their music choices. But there, even if they were dating, perhaps even Vinyl listened to classical music from time to time, and even perhaps even Octavia had get used to listen to some pop music, even as she preferred classical. Perhaps they perform for each other from time to time, just having a good time, like if there's a bad weather outside and they can't go outside to do anything, so then and they don't have much to do at home. Perhaps Vinyl and Octavia practice together or even perform one by one for each other. So even if there weren't many signs in the show that they haven't been dating at all, I mean in the first place, it's because we haven't seen any much episodes by them together. Even Vinyl have been seen from time to time, just herself, and even from Octavia. Even Octavia herself is a very interesting character. They both love music, they live in the same place, and they even respect each other's music choices, even they seem some can be argument. But here is the thing. Even in Slice of Life, in that particular episode when they were practice, even Octavia had even said that the regular wedding music march was getting to a bit old. She wanted something new. And then Vinyl just started playing some of her DJ music, and even Octavia first, maybe that wasn't nothing she wanted to do. But as Vinyl continued, even then, Octavia started to follow the rhythm in the music, and suddenly they both start playing the same type of the same rhythm, the rhythm in the music, the same tempo. So even that doesn't necessarily means that there aren't been any romantic showing. But even if we haven't seen any official sources or basically anything about this, Even the most basic of fans, being the fandom like just been discussing. Oh, they are dating, they are dating. But even the question itself has been divided with its own fans saying, no, they're not dating, they're just best friends and roommates. But some fans might say, yes, they are dating, but they haven't been considered simply showing that. I mean, if we've seen from a few other couples of links in the series, like Lyra Sweet Drops, from season 1 up to season 9. Before then, they were just seen as friends, best friends, roommates, but it wasn't until season 9. In the background, we're seeing both of them propose to each other and later get married. So why wouldn't that have been so possible for both Lyra, for Vinyl and Octavia to do it? I have to say it is a strong chance that can happen. Just imagine though. Just imagine if Vinyl takes Octavia to the park and or to a meadow just outside town for having a walk together and they just talk about something when suddenly Vinyl proposed to Octavia. There is so many scenarios how she could do it. But the main question that we ask, would Vinyl get married with Octavia? In my opinion, yes. And do I thought that could happen? Yes. Ever since Lyra and Sweet Drops actually proposed to each other in the show and later got married. So why would that not be a possibility that Vinyl and Octavia can have done the same thing? I mean, they basically have known each other for a long time. They know about each other's choices in music, and even they have a lot of things in common. They have been living together for some time. So why wouldn't they not end up married as Lyra and Sweet Drops? I mean, they lived together for some time, and they even got married. So why wouldn't Vinyl and Octavia do it? So in my beliefs and in my own opinion, Octavia and Vinyl are, in fact, have been married since some point after season 9. Even if there were signs of them being dating in the comics, I'm not so sure if maybe some fans might say the comics aren't even considered as canon or non-canon. I mean, I can understand people's respect for their their beliefs, but in my opinion, and even my girlfriend has her opinion that they are in fact been dating as perhaps ever since ever they were introduced. Sadly though, it would have been amazing because in some scene, perhaps before season 9, where they were just talking, and maybe laughing together, or maybe have some lunch or something together, as having some hints of some sort of flirting or some romance between them. But sadly, that never happened. But if they could, that would have been an amazing storyline for an episode. Even in Slice of Life, when I heard about that episode, even I even saw it. When I saw it when, at least especially when Vinyl and Octavia were practicing music together in their own home. So I thought, why wouldn't they have put maybe a scene in that particular then when they smiled at each other, even gave each other a kiss before leaving, or saying how much they love to be with each other or something like that. But sadly, that never happened. I know that this might be a discussion, might win the fandom itself. This might be even divided from what people believe in. And I do believe that Vinyl, Octavia, or Harbin had been dating all along, and at some point later on, perhaps before even season 9, they have been married, or perhaps even at season 9, or maybe in season 10. Though we never know for sure, but my opinion is that they are dating and perhaps later on get married. Would they get married? Yes, they would. But if you have your own opinion or your thoughts about this, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, this is Switch W over and out.